When you come from a community as rich in Black history as North Buxton, February is just another month of the year. Brian and Shannon Prince are sixth-generation settlers of the Elgin settlement, now known as North Buxton. The Princes are descended from the Underground Railroad, a series of routes and safe houses that led slaves to freedom during the 1850s. In the Buxton area, farming is the traditional occupation, but agriculture is far from the Prince's sole passion. A published author and historian, Brian Prince has always included Black history in the upbringing of his children.
Our household has had so much of a coloring of history to it because of the people Shannon and I have met along the way, and they come to visit and we sit around our kitchen table and talk history. And the kids, although you think maybe they're not paying much attention, they certainly were. And it's really nice when you see them growing up and sort of sharing in that passion and asking the questions. And I think our lives have been so rich by our involvement in history.
When Shannon was offered the position of curator at the Buxton National Historic Site and Museum in 1999, she quickly began to invest in the local history, often engaging in reenactments and performances.
I tell people, it's not just our history, it's everyone's history, and it should be celebrated every day, not just in February.
And the influence of historical knowledge didn't end there. Christopher Prince, the eldest child, graduated university with a BA in history, despite beginning in the kinesiology field.
It really kind of took over what I wanted to learn, and they did have an influence on me taking that path just because they always supported that. My dad he's always been an author and always been a historian, so I mean, he was my role model, someone to look up to, so it was kind of cool to have one of the most knowledgeable Black historians in your own household, so you could always bounce ideas off him and always, look for him for support and guidance. So, yeah, they definitely had an influence on me.
The familial interest in personal and local history extended to the Prince's youngest daughter, Rebecca, a student at the University of Windsor.
I'd love to do it on the side. I love participating at the museum, giving tours. I gave a bus tour, I think it might have been 1.5 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. I don't think that I had enough knowledge to really share with others, so I'd love to still, as I said, learn more about the history.
Through Brian's continual research and Shannon's involvement at the museum, the Princes are able to trace their family ancestry back to South Carolina. Christopher and his sister both enjoy sharing in the history and anticipate teaching their own children.
Yeah, so he always, would tell us about the different stories of us, and 7 generations later, we're still here, and you hear the 8th generation in the other.
The Prince family hopes their involvement will help encourage others to look at Black history as a national and collective history. For Mediaplex News Now, I'm Lauren Gaiswinkler.